All right, I'm going to jump into today's program. So welcome everybody to our final sales meeting of the year. We got off to a little bit of a late start, but I promise it's going to be worth it. We put together all kinds of great information to share with you today. So if you're in New England, you're probably freezing, and I have to just brag, I'm in Florida. I just made it into our Florida offices last night. So I'll be spending a couple of days here and celebrating at their holiday party. And I'll be back in the freezing cold next week. So let's dig into some information for today's meeting so we can make sure that we have everybody off promptly. I want to remind everybody we have a phenomenal program that comes up right after this program at 1 o'clock, and that is our How to Build a $10 Million Business program. Can't stress enough. This is our third one of this season. And just from the feedback I've received from other real estate agents, the content is amazing. You're hearing from high performing real estate agents. Today, we have two amazing real estate agents, both LAER agents, one from New England. Many of you are familiar with our high performing agent, Sarah Lyman. Sarah's going to share with us her tips, tricks, and everything she's doing to build a phenomenal real estate business. And then we also have with us in our How to Build a $10 Million Business program today, Ashley Ouellette from our Wellington, Florida office. So you have two amazing real estate agents. Make sure that you get off today's meeting, go grab a bite to eat, and then come back and join us for our 1 o'clock program. As a reminder, I like to start every program by reminding you that knowledge is not power, execution is power. Since you have made the decision to join us for 1 hour of your precious time, we want to make sure that you walk away from today's program and do something differently. So make sure you have a pen and paper out, or you have notes on your phone that you can say, these are the 2 or 3 things I'm going to do when I leave today's program. Knowledge is not power, execution is power. So this is recruiting season. So what you will see over the next few months is tons of agents joining the LAER family. We want to welcome Frank, Roy, Jessica, Louise, Pedro, Silvana, Kevin, Sarah, Justin, Mike, Emily, Ashley, Stella, Liliana, Rudy, several others that are joining literally today, tomorrow. It's going to be a very busy winter into spring season, as we have lots of agents seeing the value that LAER has to offer and joining our very special family of real estate agents. So welcome to all of these great real estate agents. Let's take a look at what we're doing for November, and then I'm going to go through, first of all, where we stand, how many transactions we're doing, our dollar volume. I'm then going to do a year-over-year comparison. Agents always like to see, okay, I feel like the market is different. I think all of us are experiencing that the market is very different than it was 12 months ago. We all feel it. Let's take a look at what that looks like for our business. So for November, we did 256 closings at $127 million in business. We've broken that down by each area. So we have Massachusetts, Massachusetts 195 units at 93 million. I just want to point out, because this information tends to be a little bit confusing. This is the Massachusetts agents located in Massachusetts offices did 195 closings at 93 million. I only point that out because there are New Hampshire deals and Maine deals and Rhode Island deals that are embedded into that. These are agents that are affiliated with a Massachusetts office, did 195 transactions. Agents affiliated with our Florida offices did 36 units, and agents affiliated with our New Hampshire offices did 25 units. Let's take a look at our top 5 agents and teams. Massachusetts top 5 for November. We have, this is individual agents by volume: Paul Brulette, Roger Martin, Leanne Trohan, Chelsea Taylor, and Eric Pond. We have our top 5 teams for November: Page and Company, Silver Key Homes, the Sullivan Realty Group, Button and Co., and the Steve and Doug team. So that's top 5 teams from Massachusetts offices by volume. Top 5 individual agents by the number of units sold. We have Leanne Trohan, Paul Brulette, Chelsea Taylor, Brenda Albert, and Eric Pond. And top 5 teams for number of units sold, Massachusetts offices: Silver Key Homes, Janet Cram Real Estate, Page and Company, the J. McHugh Real Estate Team, and Vision Realty Group. Let's take a look at our top 5 for both teams and individuals for both volume and units for New Hampshire. We have the Platinum Realty Group, Fulford Group, Pro Homes Group, Jesse Jean, and Karen Pelletier. And then let's take a look at our Florida. So congratulations for our top 10 by volume. We have Robert McKean, Star Smiley, Jose, Jeff, Jana, Kim, Maria, Gaston, Kalik, and Darley. And then our top 10 November for units sold. Congratulations: Star, the Giswaldo team, Roberto, Jose, Linda, John, Gaston, Rob, Jeff, and Kim. Congratulations to all of our top agents. As a reminder, you can go into the LAER Career Den, where we publish our top 25 company-wide by volume and by units. And also, if you're on a top 5 or a top 10 list, if you go into the Career Den and look at this article that we published, you will have received an email notification. Our marketing team puts together some great marketing pieces for all of you that are featured on any of these lists, so that you can share them on social media. Just click on the article, and at the bottom of the article, you'll see attachments. Download the appropriate attachment, and it's ready to share on social media. We also have a special congratulations for Robert McKeon of our LAER Wellington, Florida, who sold in November a $12.25 million home. That is the highest sales price that LAER has ever closed since opening our doors almost 9 years ago. So congratulations to Robert on a job well done. It's a beautiful equestrian estate, and we're super excited that LAER had the opportunity to be a part of it. So congratulations to Robert. We have some other congratulations that we want to send out. First, we want to congratulate once again both Michelle Matthew and Jean Losh Rubin. Both of them got installed as officers. Jean is the new president of NICMAR, and Michelle Matthew is the new secretary of the Commercial Real Estate Alliance. So congratulations to Jean and to Michelle. We have some additional exciting installments coming up. And I want to remind everybody that if you're being installed as an officer, or you have any kind of exciting news that you want to share with us, a wedding, a birth, you got a real estate license in a new market, please share that news with us at laerrealty.com/news, so that we can make sure you're featured in our monthly internal, the LAER Den newsletter, because your fellow peers want to know about the great things you're doing in your business and in your life. So the only way we find out about these great things is through you guys sharing with us. So make sure you're sharing those exciting announcements for our monthly newsletter. So many of you have said, wow, the market, it's really interesting just talking to real estate agents. I've heard a mix. I have some agents saying, whoa, it's super slow. I've also had an interesting number of agents say it's crazy busy. So it's interesting because for our November closings, you'll see that we did 256 closings this month as compared to this time last year where we had 360 closings the same month. So absolutely business is off from where it was last year. This is such an exciting opportunity for great real estate agents. If you are a great real estate agent, and I know if you're attending today, you're a great real estate agent, this is the kind of market where you have the opportunity to thrive. This is where the great agents get separated from all the other real estate agents. We're going to see in the coming few months as real estate dues becomes due. It's a big nut to crack for agents that are doing no real estate business. So there's an opportunity for you guys to dig in, to learn new and better ways to accomplish your achievements for 2023. And we're going to spend some time talking about how you can do that today. Let's just take a look at where we are year to date. It still appears that we're going to close 2022 slightly higher by a razor, slightly higher than where our numbers were last year. Is that good? Well, of course it's good. However, I like to point out we have a lot more agents than we did last year. That means that the theme for 2023 is we're going to all have to work harder to do the same amount of business we were doing in the previous market. We have to work smarter for 2023. I've gone through this multiple times, but it's worth repeating because what's happening in the market, our buyers and sellers are looking towards us. Buyers and sellers are feeling anxious, perhaps, in this real estate market because it is a different market than 1 year ago. Interest rates are significantly higher. By the way, there's still a lack of inventory in many of our markets, not all of the markets, but how are you speaking to clients about what's happening in the market? So I'm going to just go through these really quickly. Why is it still a great time to buy or sell real estate in this changing market? So first of all, yes, the interest rates are higher. On a $500,000 home, it will, with a minimum down payment, it's going to cost now a buyer probably about $850 more per month for their mortgage payment than it would have cost 1 year ago. But that's not where the story ends. Where the story ends is that that higher interest rate and that higher payment could actually put the buyer in a better position than they would have been 1 year ago. Because what we know about the market 1 year ago is many of those buyers had to pay significantly more for the property than they do now. In other words, buyers can get deals right now. So sure, their payment's $800 higher than it would have been, but they're not paying $100,000 more for the property. It's important that we as great real estate agents can articulate this to potential buyers in our market. And while many sellers say, well, I've lost the high market, I'm not going to sell my house. Well, the fact is most sellers are also buyers. Most sellers are not selling a house and heading out to rent. They're going out to buy another house. So of course, while they're probably not going to get a bidding war, paying $100,000 or more for their property, significantly 20-30% above market value for their property. The good news is they're going to take a little bit less on the sale, but when they go and buy their next property, it's going to be a little bit less than what they would have paid a year ago. The good news is inspections are back. Inspections are good for all of us. During the crazy market, we all had buyers that were out there bidding on properties, not putting in any type of inspection contingencies. I can promise you, we still haven't felt all the effects of that yet. Doesn't mean that a buyer can't come back and sue a seller down the road because all of a sudden the roof starts leaking or there's problems with the house. Inspections cover all of us. Sellers need agents in this market more than any other market. Think about where the market was a year ago. It was too easy back then for a seller to just say, hey, I'm going to sell my house. I'll just list it myself. I'll post it on Facebook. And they probably would have received several offers. Now, our clients need great real estate agents. So this is a great time for good real estate agents to thrive. There's more opportunities for real estate agents in this market, by the way. We're open prior to the pandemic, open houses, expired, for sale by owners. Those were always great opportunities for a real estate agent to tap into for more business. Once the pandemic struck and the market went haywire, open houses weren't a great source of business. It was just lines of people coming in. Expireds, for sale by owners, those weren't a great source of business. In this new market, another thing to think about when educating your buyers is that one of the big benefits to buying real estate is that you can write off your mortgage interest on your tax returns. That's why in previous years, prior to pandemic, when interest rates were normal, most homeowners itemized their deductions. In other words, when they figure in all of their deductions, including mortgage interest, which is typically much higher than all the other deductions, it makes sense for them not to take a standard deduction, but to itemize. Well, when your interest rate is 1.5%, all of a sudden a shift happened where buyers no longer could write off that interest because it was so low that their standard deduction was actually a better deduction than their itemized deduction. So sure, interest rates are higher, payments are higher, but don't forget a piece of that gets written off in their taxes. We already said it, there's going to be a siphoning of agents that leave the business. That's great for high-performing real estate agents. It is great for agents that look at real estate as a career, not like a part-time gig. Faster closings. Remember during the pandemic and in the crazy real estate market that ensued, it was super difficult to get a deal closed in 60 days because everybody was swamped. Closing attorneys, appraisers. Now, the mortgage companies are like, hey, we could do 2-week closing. We're here. What do you need us to do? So we're back to like fast closings. Finally, real estate is deemed safe in a volatile market. Sometimes people say, well, it's a volatile market. It's not a great investment because the market's coming down. Well, I have news for you. Where else are you going to invest? If you're investing money, you're going to invest it in Bitcoin? Probably not a great investment, just looking at the last 6 months. Are you going to invest it in the stock market? It's fairly secure, but that too is volatile. Real estate historically, over time, always increases. Does it dip occasionally? Absolutely. But if you're living in it and or holding the real estate investment for the long term, it is historically a safe investment. These are the dialogues we have to be memorizing, because if you are freaked out about this market, so too will your clients. And does anybody want to go to a real estate agent who is freaked out about the changing market? Absolutely not. Consumers are looking to us to have a sound mind, to help them make sound decisions about their investments. So with that, let's talk about some things happening at our offices. First, I want to introduce our Chief Sustainability Officer, Craig Foley, for some exciting updates around sustainability. Welcome, Craig.
Thanks, Stacy. Appreciate it. I'm going to just share my screen, so I'm going to kick you off for a little bit here. First of all, you were talking about the comfort of engaging your past, present, future clients on a changing marketplace, which I think was really well stated, Stacy. Same kind of thing that we need to be thinking about in terms of how quickly this evolving marketplace is happening with high performance buildings in our market areas. And I just want to highlight the fact that the National Association of Realtors produced a very short online course for free, thanks to President Leslie Ruda-Smith's great leadership this year. This is a free course for realtors. 3 modules. You can do it in an evening in your own time at home, real easy to do. But what I'm interested in is, for instance, homes with solar panels. I want you to have at least some level of comfort of dealing with the clients that are looking at homes, asking questions at an open house. If you feel uncomfortable, just like Stacy said, if you feel uncomfortable about a changing marketplace, same kind of thing applies. The buyers are going to feel uncomfortable. They're not going to move things forward. I see this happening all the time with homes with solar panels on the rooftop. Realtors are confused about them. They don't know how they work. They project that confusion to the buyers, and it just makes the transaction much less fluid and less comfortable. This is a great short course. Again, you can do it in one evening, free for realtors to be able to use and to just get the comfort level of being able to engage homeowners on these topics. Sergio,
can I interrupt you for
go right
1
ahead.
second? So Craig, you challenged our company at the last meeting and the last boot camp. We're looking for 100 agents that are willing to go take this class. And you challenged me, Craig. And I'm happy to report that, first of all, I did take the program. Not only did I take the 1-hour program, I did it while I was on my treadmill. So I burned like 300 calories. I got all kinds of awesome information. And I thought it was so good. I wanted to offer a gift to our agents who are willing to go out and open their minds and learn something new heading into the new year. So I created a form. If you go to laerrealty.com/world changer, you'll see a little form I created. I work with our marketing team, and we designed a LAER World Changer t-shirt for any of our agents who take this. Oh, there it is. Craig has it up there. So we have on the front of the t-shirt, of course, it's a lime green, and don't worry, we use like recycled material t-shirts, Craig. So it's not just any t-shirt. We wanted to stick with our theme of sustainability and eco-friendly. So on the front, it says, there is no planet B, just like no plan B. And on the back, it says, changing the world one house at a time. So basically, once you take the class, and I will just say that when I took the class, I went on to the National Association of Realtors. I took the program. I want to just say, while you're taking it, the program's like a little, you got to get used to it, because there's some buttons within the videos that you have to watch. I saw you were featured in it, by the way, Craig. There's a little video of you embedded within the program. So it's a little funky. If you get stuck taking the class, it's usually because right within the video, you have to click on the screen and it will take you through. It's got like a little game part to it. But I thought it was really eye-opening, and it's a great beginner. Oh, and if you already took the class, that's a great question, Ann, because if you took the class already, if you go back into the modules, you'll see there's a place where you can download your certificate. So you're going to download the certificate that you get. You're going to go to laerrealty.com/world changer. You fill out this form, you upload your course certificate, you give us your size, and then we just ask you a couple of questions about what you thought about the course. Are you green designated? Things like that. And then you'll receive your shirt in January. We haven't ordered them yet because I'm hoping to make a really big order, like hundreds and hundreds of shirts. So Craig's going to be able to check all this information, but we want National Association of Realtors to say, why do we have so many LAER people that took this program? So that's a surprise. Craig didn't even know this.
Yeah, no, I'm totally blown away. I'm totally surprised, which is why I'm laughing through the whole thing. I mean, I think this is awesome, fantastic. I will upload my certificate today and get it out to you. You know, it's a little scary how large my stomach is right now. I've got to fill in that information as well, but we'll deal with all that, I guess. That's awesome, Stacy. That's really fantastic. So here's the course again. Sergio put in the link, free to use. Play around with it. Would love your feedback. I was one of the course developers, as Stacy said, for the course. Very happy with the way it turned out. And again, just to make you feel more comfortable when you're in a transaction dealing with all of these features, these high performance assets that are in homes right now. Stacy, that is amazing. Thank you so much for your leadership and pushing this forward. I love that. That is really cool. So here's another one too, right? So, you know, we were talking about, you know, the value that we add in the transaction, particularly in these challenging times that are in front of us. One of the things that's challenging for homeowners not only is the fact that interest rates are rising, but utility costs are rising as well. So that's a pain point that we're feeling across the United States. The Inflation Reduction Act was signed into law by President Biden this year. There's a little calculator that Rewiring America has done, and Sergio, if you can load this one up too, that would be great so people can go to it, that you can put in 5 inputs, 5 very simple inputs, whether you're a renter or you're a homeowner. There are incentives available for both that show you the number, the amount in dollars for the Inflation Reduction Act in terms of stuff that's being implemented with that new act. Now, there's going to be a bunch of stuff that's available in 2023, mid-2023, because it's going to be rolled into utility programs like the Mass Save program. So you're going to see these incentives pop up here. And if you've been, you know, listening to what I've been doing to my house, I just received a $10,000 incentive for switching from natural gas to heat pumps on my home in Melrose. But right at the beginning of 2023, and there's a couple of these that are available now, there are new investment tax credits that are available. So think about this just for a second in terms of reaching out to your past customers, particularly those home buyers that are staying in their home longer and longer, obviously, and we want to keep on reminding them of the value that we bring to the table, and when they go to sell, that, you know, we want to be your listing agent. Here's a great way to reach out with just this little link to let your buyers, your past buyers understand, your future buyers as well, that there are incredible tax credits that are available. Now, you mentioned all the top 25 folks in November. They've clearly had a great year, Stacy. These incentives are also available for you. You know, for instance, if I want to take that 30% investment tax credit to install rooftop solar, let's say it comes in at $20,000, that means 30% of that, $6,000, is taken off from what I owe the IRS the next year. These are really powerful tools that are out there to increase high performance assets in people's homes and lower their operating costs and lower their tax appetite as well. So this is a win-win-win across the board. And one last thing, Stacy, just to hit quickly, an article popped up in Popular Mechanics. I get this all the time when I teach the Selling the Sun course and the green designation. Realtors are worried. You're hearing in the news that, you know, your neighbor puts on solar panels. That means my electricity costs are going up. A really terrific study on that, and analysis was done on that issue. And in fact, we're finding just the opposite. When you look at all of the elements of what solar PV does in terms of avoided costs for utilities, it's actually lowering costs across the board for all homeowners. So this is all part of being a good neighbor, which I think a sustainable lifestyle is, successful home ownership, lowering operating costs, and wealth building. You know, this is all part of building our wealth. We also know that green designated agents that are trained in this stuff also know how to value this appropriately at the time of the sale and make sure those investments turn into equity at the time of sale. So that's it for me, Stacy. Thank you very much.
All right, awesome stuff. Okay, let me go back to my presentation. So as a reminder, if you already took the green class, you can go to laerrealty.com/world changer to order your shirt, which will be delivered in January. Want to also let you guys know we've been updating our program and services guide. Usually at the start of every year we do this. We kind of go through and prune our program and services guide to make it even better. You can download the most recent version, which is the January 2023 version at laerrealty.com/success tools. As a reminder, this is for our agents so that it organizes the arsenal of tools that you have at your fingertips. Each page has a tool, and not only is the tool in there, it explains what the tool is, and you'll see links. All those links are little tutorials to teach you how to use the tool. As a reminder, I think a lot of agents forget that we also have this awesome dashboard that Sergio and the marketing team created for us. You can go to laeragentservices.com, and we've organized all the stuff that our agents use regularly, from business planning materials to marketing pieces to training courses. It's all in one place. So if you can't find something in the company that you need for your business, there's a good chance it's at laeragentservices.com. As a reminder, so after each sales meeting, we send out our monthly newsletter. You'll be getting the most recent version, the December to January version of our newsletter, either this afternoon or tomorrow. And we love when you guys share with us news happening. So laerrealty.com/news, just share with us anything you know happening within the organization. But this newsletter is divided out so that you get to hear what is happening on the sustainability front. We highlight a tool, we let you know announcements, what's happening within the organization personally for agents, like births, deaths, graduations, who's getting a new license, who had a recent wedding. So make sure you check that out. We send it out by email. We also display them at the front reception area of all of the LAER offices. So I'm going to stop sharing for 1 second so I can pull up another plan that I put together for you guys today. One of the things agents have been asking me is, are we going to do some business planning classes, etc. at LAER? We have tons of business planning materials at, if you go to laeragentservices.com, there's tons of business planning materials. The reason I have not put together a class, I don't love any one of the business planning materials we had. So I didn't want to go create a class around something that I don't 100% believe in. So what I've been working on is a new business plan for you guys to work off of. We posted it today. It's called a simple plan. Let me share this with you guys and show you how it works. And this is something I don't mind putting my name behind. I think that I know that it's built off of many of the philosophies and ideas that I use to build LAER. And so now you guys will be able to use those same ideas and philosophies to build your own businesses. So can you see my screen, Craig? Simple plan. Okay. All right. So what I didn't love about the other business planning materials out there, and we're going to keep them on there. Like if you go to laeragentservices.com, There's a bunch of different tools, because really the tool that matters the most is the one that you'll actually use. So there's some plans on there that are like a 60-page business plan. I don't know why that just happened. Let's see. I'm gonna stop sharing. For some reason that just kicked me out. They're still on there. Hold on one sec. It wouldn't be a sales meeting without some sort of technological issue. Let's see. All right, I think I'm back. All right. Okay, back to the simple plan. So I don't know why that's doing that. It won't let me present. Let's
Try
see.
closing some of the tabs.
All right, let's see.
If not, I put a PDF on the chat that you could use.
I'll use that. Sergio, you're saying that it's not cool to have 7,000 open tabs at once for some reason?
Probably not. I do the same anyway.
No, I have 10,000 projects I'm working on at once, and I like to keep them all open. Now I just have to find the chat. Hold on. Chat. Okay, we'll use this one. Okay. All right, we're back. So the other business plans have not been taken down. If you like those, you're more than welcome to use them. The plan that works is the one that you actually use. So if you like those, then by all means, we're going to keep them on there. But I've been working at creating a plan that I think will create better results for many real estate agents. And it's called A Simple Plan, Life and Business 1 year from now. And it is a workbook. And it starts with the 3 critical revelations about business and life. And these are 3 revelations that have impacted me personally and the growth in business at LAER. Number 1, you're not chasing a goal, you are completing a mission. A mission is a strong commitment and a sense of duty to do or achieve an outcome. You guys are on a mission. 2, if you want a new outcome, you will have to break the habit of being yourself and reinvent a new self. The old you possessed one set of skills and knowledge, which will be enhanced and replaced by the skills and knowledge of the new you. So if you have a big goal or a big mission that you're going after, it's going to create, you must create a new and different version of yourself, because the old you is not the person that can get you to this new, to achieve this new mission. It will require a new version of you. And the third piece of this is that most people believe that life is lived in a sequence of past, present, future. That's what people believe. But in reality, life is actually lived future, present, past. You create the future before you live it through your thoughts, actions, choices, and beliefs. These must all change to accomplish your new mission. So, with those 3 revelations in mind, let's look at how you can become a new version of you to accomplish this new and bigger vision this new mission of your future. So the next page just takes you through what are the current conditions of your business and life? What does your business look like now? How many transactions are you doing? What's your gross volume, your net income? What's your quality of life like? Then go to 1 year from now. What do you want your business to look like? How many transactions, gross sales, net income, and quality of life? Then I want you to write down, how will your life look differently 1 year from now when you achieve your mission? In other words, what is the reward for the sacrifice that it's going to take for you to achieve the mission that you're about to set out on? What is the sacrifice it's going to take for 1 year from now for your business and your life to look different than it does right now? The business plan is then set into 10 sections. So 10 sections where, for example, the first part is your online reputation. This is so important. I was saying recently that when I had the awesome opportunity to get to know 800 real estate agents better when I worked on that Thanksgiving, why I'm thankful for all of you guys, I had to go in, I Googled each and every one of you to learn more. What's going on in your lives? What books are you reading? What is business looking like for you guys? And I want you guys to think about this in your own business. If you Googled you, would you hire you? Google your name, or your name with the word real estate, or your name with like what market area you're in, and see what comes up on the first page of a search. Then I challenge you to click on each link on the first page of a Google search of your name to see what potential customers see when they begin researching you. Sellers hire you for your ability to market. And the first step to evaluating your ability is researching you online. So the document I created then says, okay, right now, what comes up in that search? What company do these pages say you work for? Is it up to date? Does it say LAER Realty? What does the bio that is out in the world say about you? What is it telling the potential customer about you? When was the last time you updated your professional photo? Are there online reviews about you? Are there inactive websites that should be taken down? Are there sites or social networks that you should be on that you aren't? Are your social media sites updated? And then I challenge you, when you look at your last 10 social media posts, ask yourself, like, what do those 10 Facebook posts say about you? Look closely, because that's what your customer's looking at when they decide to hire you. So all of those same questions. So you'll see now, these are how you answer these questions. And then for you to accomplish your mission, whatever it is, maybe you're going to go from $2 million in sales to $20 million in sales. How will you be answering that question 1 year from now? And then at the bottom, it says, take 5 things that old me are doing and 5 things that your new me is doing. How are those 2 different? And then at the bottom of each section, there's a tip. So for example, review the online reputation of agents you respect to see if you can garner any insight from their profiles. So that was part 1. That was just your online reputation. Part 2, same thing. It goes into your lead sources. You should have 5 to 7 lead sources providing leads regularly. This includes sources from your own database, lead referral companies, marketing, social media, networking. Let's evaluate where you currently stand and where you plan on going. It then asks you to consider all of these questions today. Where you stand right now. Do you have a database that sends monthly emails to prospects? Have you signed up for all the referral fee-based lead companies that are in our LAER program guide? Are you signed up for our OpCity program? And not only like, goes beyond just signing up for these sources. What are you doing to like squeeze everything you can out of them? We have high performers that are killing it on Op City, but I could tell you most of them call Op City and say, hey, how do I get more leads? What do I have to do to get more leads? They're not just sitting back hoping that their lead flow will increase. They're taking proactive steps. Are you sending just listed, just sold postcards? Are you a member of a local networking group, BNI chapter? Women's networking events, Chamber of Commerce? How are you promoting your trusted vendors, and are you asking them for business? Are you regularly marketing to agents who are not licensed in your area? So it gives you all these questions to assume from your current state. And then I want you to transport yourself to 1 year from now. You are the person that has accomplished the mission that you set out for. What is that person answering for those same questions? So you have the old you and the new you. And then a tip at the bottom: set up coffee once a week with a high performing agent in your market and find out where their business is coming from. 3, we go into your database. So same thing, we ask you all very pointed questions about your database. Your database is your gold. Utilized properly over time, leads will become consistent and less expensive. This is your opportunity to stay in touch regularly with your clients. In a world with social media and millions of real estate agents, it is way too easy for clients to forget you. A database is absolutely essential to your success in this business. I could tell you, if you are not accomplishing your mission today of where you want to be in business and you want to take it to a whole new level, you got to work on the database. Database is not optional. I then have a section on your buyer, seller, and investor packages. Do you have these packages? Are they ready? If you meet somebody at Starbucks today and they say they're ready to buy a house, can you hand them a beautiful package about who you are and what makes you different? Are your packages updated with professional photo of yourself, a bio, a resume? What are you including in these packages? We have a whole section on staying in touch and prospecting. Consider how you're staying in touch with people today. It asks you very specific questions about how you're managing to stay in touch with all these prospects daily, monthly, yearly. And then how would the new version of you answer the same question? So all of these questions on each of the 10 areas that you will be highlighting, I want you to answer the questions from the who you are today, and then I want you to re-answer the you who you will need to become to accomplish your mission. Next is marketing. Very specific questions. I'll put together a training program because now this is a business plan that I feel good about. I know that if you can work off of this, if you can wake up every day and consider that the future you is going to be different than the you are today, and that you're willing to consider what pieces have to be changed, the world is your oyster. Big things will happen in your business. I know this because I've seen real estate agents go from $2 million a year in annual sales volume to $20 million in annual sales volume. I can promise you the way they think, it's two different human beings. It's the same human, but they think very differently. You must become a different version of you to accomplish that. It then goes through open houses. How are you tackling open houses as the current you? How will the new you be tackling open houses in the future? It then has a section on technology, training and coaching, mindset, attitude, and belief. Your ability to accomplish your goals in the next 12 months comes down to your mindset, attitude, and belief. If your mission is significantly more than where you are right now, you will have to think differently than you do now. That means that you must have, as part of your plan and strategy, and that's why we've built it in to this business plan, you must know how to control, manage, and foster a great mindset, a positive attitude, and a belief system that will align with your new goals. And then at the end, it takes all those things you just wrote. So the old me, the 5 things for each of the 10 areas. So what was the old me doing, the new me, and what are you going to execute? How are you going to execute on to go from the old you to the new you? So write down what you're going to execute on, and you're going to end up with a 50 items that's going to be your list for the next 12 months as you become a new and different version of yourself. So as a recap, you're not chasing a goal, you are accomplishing a mission. If you want a new outcome, you must break the habit of being yourself and reinvent a new self. The old you possessed a unique set of skills and knowledge, but those aren't the same unique skills and knowledge that'll take you to this new place in your business and your life. And remember that life is not lived past, present, future. You're actually creating your future first. You are creating your future by the decisions you make, the actions you take, and through your thoughts, choices, beliefs. And all of these must change to accomplish your mission. So that is it on the business plan. You can find this new plan. Sergio has put it, it's called the Simple Plan, Life and Business 1 year from now. And you can find it at LAER Agent Services under the business planning section. And with that, I just wanted to ask Len to come on for a few minutes. We recently did some top agent mastermind groups, and it was very interesting the number of high-performing agents that are effectively utilizing Real Scout as a technology platform in their business. And specifically, we learned that many agents are using it not only for buyers. We know that what it was designed for was for buyers, but agents are using Real Scout to get listings. So we'll have Len show you how they're using the pricing piece of it to get listings, and they're using Real Scout to market their database, their seller database through the market report. So we will welcome Len back to show us a little demo on this.
Hi, everyone. I will share my screen real quick here. All right, so you are looking at my Real Scout. It's a program I think is really, really pretty awesome. And I know we're always using it for buyers and everything, but over here on the left-hand side, there are quite a few other items, other parts of the program for you to use. And over here where it says listing tools, there's a couple of interesting things right here. Once you have a listing, so I'm a poor example. I have no active listings right now, but if I had active listings, I could come in here, I could claim my listing, and then I could do reverse prospecting, and it would give me buyers who are in, that I'm working with, they're in this program that I could email, but it would also email other agents who have buyers who are in this price range. And this is not just a program used by LAER. Other companies also use this program. So it's important to learn all the ins and outs and use it as best we can. There are a lot of cool analytics in here that you can use. So when you have a listing, you can talk to your seller and you can pull up some of these reports. Let me just come down here, and basically is when this was listed at 610, it sold for 610 actually. If it was still active, I could use this as a pricing guide to show what would happen if we had a price change. If we had dropped it from 610 to 579, we would have had an increase of 15%. So there are a lot of good tools in here for you to use. It also includes a heat map, and it also includes the number of buyers who are actually using this program at this moment, who are active in that price range. And it's not going to show everybody in the MLS, but it is going to be representative of buyers who are actually out looking. So the other really neat tool is called the test the market. So say you do a CMA and you have a price range in mind for your seller. Well, what you can do is come here to test the market, put in their address. I'm going to put in my home address. I can just spell here. There we go. And it's a single family, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and I put in a target price. So I'm going to say $599,900. And then I'm going to generate a report. And what it's going to do is you can do this report live with your seller, or you can actually create a PDF and export it as a PDF. So basically is you can meet with your seller and you have a target price of $599. And quite often what happens is the seller will say, well, I was really thinking about a different price. And you can show them that if you overprice it to say $629, you're going to lose 14% of your buyers. So this is, it is representative of the number of buyers who are in the market. It's not showing the actual number of buyers in that market, but it is representative. And you can change this to a 2% increase too, increments. So you can say, you know, all right, $599, but if they want to price it at say $611, $610, look at that, they're still going to lose 11% of their buyers, right? They drop it down to $589, you're only going to gain 1% of the buyers. So it looks like $599 is the ideal price. So you can use this as a tool to keep your seller in the price range where you want your seller to be. And then here is the report that comes out as a PDF. It's a buyer demand report, and it shows how much demand is in a particular price range in that particular town for that particular size of property. So, and this is a great item that you can add to your CMA. So it's well worth exploring Real Scout because there are so many additional tools in here, more than just for buyers. And of course, market alerts, you can set up any of your buyers or your sellers with a market report. You can schedule it to come out bi-weekly or monthly or quarterly, and it'll give them an update on what is going on in the market. So hopefully that helps. Oh, Stacy is still muted.
If you guys do that, the simple plan that I just shared with you, there's a whole section on technology and really learning the technology that you guys have access to, so that you have to master it. Your technology is your personal assistant in life, and that's on you. It is your personal responsibility as a great real estate agent to take an inventory of the technology that you're utilizing and learn how to use it. Dig in, take classes, learn how to make it work for you. I also wanted to just have Sergio speak for a quick minute. We'll have you guys off in less than 5 minutes. I wanted to ask Sergio just to talk for a second, because as you guys all know, we have been doing your weekly social media posts now get emailed to you. It's phenomenal. Every week we're emailing you and texting you your social media posts for the week. And many agents just download the image. We make it easy. You can just download the image, copy the post information, and share it to social media. We have some agents that want to go in and add their photo and etc. using Canva. Well, what you need to know about these social media pieces is that as an organization, we use Canva Pro. That means that our social media is built off of Canva Pro, which by the way is $12 a month monthly, or if you pay yearly, it's $10 a month. We don't want to cheat you guys out of the best of the best. The problem is if you're as an agent on the free version of Canva, sometimes you're going to open one of our social media pieces and it has like, it won't let you use the image that we've put in there. The reason why we pay the extra is because we want the most beautiful images. If want to use the free version, which I implore to you that if this is your business, if this is your career, you should be investing $12 a month into your business. But if you really don't want to pay it, that just means you're going to have to do some extra work occasionally. And with that, I'll let Sergio just show you what it looks like if you're a free member, when you open something and how to fix it.
Got it. Thanks, Stacey. So I am signed into my personal Canva here. I'm interested in this Welcome December. If I click on Canva template, it will bring us this message, and then we click Use Template. So this opens up in Canva. As long as you're signed into Canva, both free or pro, it will open up a new design. Now you'll notice something right away. You'll see this watermark come up. Now our designs are getting a little more complicated, and we're trying to provide different types of designs. So mainly the reason why you're starting to see some of these pro images used. Oh, Cheryl, you got to mute yourself. There we go. But it's very easy to replace this. So when I go and try to download this, you'll see that it will let me download, but then it'll say try Canva Pro for free. It'll ask you because there's 2 premium images, right? It's very easy to replace these. Okay, let me mute some of you. There we go. If you go to our elements, you can just do a search. So this is a Christmas theme. So you can do something like, December or winter. It can be anything. One of the great features of Canva is that it has tons and tons of both stock photography, but also video, audio, graphics, all of that. We can find one that doesn't have this crown. Whenever you see this crown and it says pro, it is a pro image. So just find one that doesn't have the crown, and you can just drag and drop. You'll see that we still have this this watermark back here under this paper texture. You can actually just get rid of that and have it be this white color. We can do an off-white here. And just like that, I can go back to my share, click download, PNG, and it will download. Now this particular design will be saved to your account, so you can always go back to it and change things. So this is not just with our social media pieces that we make, but you'll find this also in some of our buyer guides, seller guides, that they will have these watermarks. So whenever there's a watermark like that, you can always go into elements, choose a replacement. So we'll do key, do photos here, do like key home or something like that. And again, you want to look for something that doesn't have the crown. You'll find that the best ones do have that crown just because they have, better stock images, but you can always replace it and you'll notice that the watermarks are gone. Now to Stacey's point, actually, while she was speaking, I went ahead and I priced out how much, because I do subscribe to Adobe, how much it cost, right? So on an annual plan for Adobe, $54.99 a month. Or if you want to do the whole thing prepaid, it's $600 for the whole year. That doesn't include stock images, right? Stock photography, you're looking at for 25 images per day, or you can do less. It can be 29 to 39, right? So 59, I mean. If you want to post automatically, right? If you want to use that feature that Canva has for posting on a calendar, that's another feature, right? So you can look at something like Buffer, where they charge you like yearly $60 per channel. That means each channel is different. So if you want to post just to Instagram or Facebook, that is $10 a month. So it ends up being around $125 for 1 month of all of these, right? Whereas I have Canva Pro here, you can just pay for the full year with those 120, right? And you get all those features. You can use all of our templates, and you can use it for, it's not just real estate based, right? It's a general design platform. So you can use it for basically anything in your life that you need designed. There is a 30-day free trial. that you can try out. You don't have to commit to it or anything. You just do 30 days, try out all of our templates and see if you like them, if you like working with them. And you'll find that it's definitely worth it. But if you do have issues with this, just choose items that don't have the crown. And if you still have any issues, you can always email us at Happy Agent and we'd be glad to help you out. That's it.
All right, awesome stuff. Thank you, Sergio. Let's see, and I'm just going to close out with a couple last remarks. Let me see if I can find my presentation again. So like Sergio said, I feel like practicing real estate without a Canva Pro subscription is almost as bad as practicing real estate without a real estate license. It's not illegal, obviously, to practice real estate without Canva, but it's like, it's one of those tools. If you need help finding the money for it, sending an email to Happy Agent. I promise you, you're subscribing to something right now that you probably don't need for your business. So I'd rather help you find something that you can cancel so that you can get that important subscription, so that you have the best videos, you have the best marketing, you have the best images, and that through the new year, you can learn how to utilize those to post right from social media. We mentioned this last month, but we have all kinds of cool little LAER video gifts. I'll have Sergio share right within the chat where you can download these so you can use them in social media. You can also find them at LAER Agent Services under the marketing section. I also just wanted to go through, one of the best things we have at our company is great real estate agents. When you're out with great real estate agents networking, ask them what they're doing in their business. Couple things I learned just recently. This is not a, just as a disclaimer, this is not a discussion about what you guys should be charging for commissions. But I just want to mention, I was talking to one real estate agent at LAER that has a variable rate commission, where her commission on a listing varies based on how close to the asking price or over asking price she gets for the sale, which is very interesting. So like, hey, if you have to substantially reduce, take an offer that's substantially under the asking price, I'm happy to contribute, but otherwise I want a full service fee. So just something to think about, because as you think about how you're going to make more money for 2023, it doesn't always mean doing more business. It gets down to your ability to talk about what you're charging to your clients. So potentially you can make more money by really being able to articulate your value. Also, just out talking to our real estate agents, I thought this was so interesting. I was at a holiday party in our East Longmeadow office, and at the table, it was like 7 o'clock at night, and Lori Beth Chase, her alarm went off at 7 o'clock, like the alarm on her phone, like an alarm that you have go off at 6 in the morning. And she's like, oh, that's my alarm. And I was asking her about it. What's an alarm for? She said, I set my alarm for 7 p.m. every day, so I know when to shut off. And I was like, wow, how profound is that? As real estate agents, we know when we're supposed to get up, and we kind of just work all day into the night. What about setting an alarm each day to say, hey, I'm off. Once that alarm goes off, like she said, occasionally there's something I have to handle, but after 7, I don't check my emails. My people, my customers know that I'm off after 7 o'clock. So just something really interesting to think about. Nicole and Cheryl, I see you guys on there. Any updates from coast to coast you want to share?
I'm pinch hitting today. I hope everybody can hear me for Nicole. So we're back to normal real estate. Nicole wanted to chat about, the title issues, the probate, and definitely not doing purchase and sales until the home inspections and everything. So getting back to normal and routine.
Yeah, so one thing I just want to say to at least our Mass and New Hampshire agents, Nicole and Cheryl have been great. Like if you need to research a deed or something, and you're having, sometimes those online registries are a little bit wonky for like getting a deed quickly. I always send it over to our team at Coast to Coast and they jump right on it and help. Cheryl and Nicole have been fantastic, helping with all kinds of obscure real estate questions. So if you ever need assistance, just email happyagent@laerrealty.com and we'll get you over to our team at Coast to assist. Don't forget, join us at 1 o'clock for our How to Build a $10 Million Business. We got Sarah Lyman, Ashley Olette joining us for a program today. It's going to be awesome. I promise you, it's one of those things that's going to change your business. All kinds of great events coming up. Make sure to check out our career guide. And also we have Ashley Gendro. It's been going out doing some in-person training at our offices, just to make sure you guys know how to use your ISACT CRM system. That's about it. We're gonna wrap up. Thank you for sticking with us a little bit later than usual for our last sales meeting. I hope you will agree that sticking around was worth it today. And I want to wish everybody a happy holiday season. I hope to see you at some of our upcoming holiday parties and wish everybody a happy new year. And thank you, Craig, Len, Sergio, for everything, and to our team at Coast to Coast. So with that, thank you, everybody. I hope to see you at our next class at 1 o'clock.